If you are a singer, dancer, athletic performer, yoga practitioner, you have a lot of power or potential because your nervous system has been worked, your muscles have been worked. These two things mean that you can handle a lot of energy. Your nervous system conducts energy. Your muscles harness energy. Your muscles store energy. Our entire body is a vehicle for the energy that we harness and we use our psychic ability. It's not empty space. It's not emptiness. There's an energy to it. It might be invisible to some, but if you are able to see it, you can see it. And it flows. Movement itself is basically invisible until material is placed on it. You don't see the vector. If you are an animator and you know that there's like something supposed to be moving at that on that vector trail, you don't see it until you place an object there. But that's only after the production. But in pre-production, you see all of this like placeholders. There's a lot of mathematical placeholders for different things. So there's a lot of physics going on. There's a lot of physics going on in your body and in your soul. The physics of the soul is very occult. It's very unseen and hidden, but it's not unknown. So if you actually have the time to practice your psychic ability and your athletic ability, don't waste it. The soul is the psychic energy that our spirit is conscious of. The soul generates our astral body and is anchored in our physical body. That is why our physical body must be inhabitable. Inhabitable or habitable. It must be habitable. Whatever the word is for you can live there. So be comfortable in your body because that's how you anchor your soul into the physical realm. There's astral and then there's higher, but in the astral it's a bit more dangerous somewhat because you have to be protected from astral threats which have a lot more abilities. The laws don't work the same. The physical is a lot slower. It's a lot calmer. So we're kind of lucky to be able to have the physical and other layers at our disposal. We constantly cycle through a physical body like every 7 years or whatever. But our soul is safe in this physical body because it's like a place that it can always go back to. It's a temple. If you do vocal warm-ups and vocal toning, like you can do any pitch, you can do any sound, that's going to help you become really adequate or adept at mantra work because like especially if you can do throat singing, there's a lot of different sounds like the languages that produce different sounds that are in other languages, the umlauts, the German umlauts, some sounds that are in Chinese, some sounds that are in English. Um, these all have a frequency or energy template to them that makes them have a effect when you focus on it with color and visualization and numerology. It turns into magic. It turns into ritual. But when you're not conscious of it, you don't know if you're doing it or not. And usually, you wouldn't be doing it as much, but energy keeps flowing. So, you should be aware if you're doing something. The more aware, the more like you know that you're doing something. Because you can speak in a you can speak certain words and it will remind you that Those words sound exactly like certain mantras. And then you can start wondering, have I been producing this energy all this time? Has it become a part of my soul emission? Is that like my template, my aura? Is that my constant aura? Sometimes it is, because what you do and what you speak constantly emits this aura and constantly creates your reality. It comes back to you. And people feel it, they sense it, and that is why certain people act certain ways. That's why certain people act a certain way around you, because you have this energy that emits from you. Um, if you're an athlete, you produce a lot of energy. That's like no surprise. But yeah, athletic performance, it's like a lot. That's like, I really want to say base chakra, but um, there's a lot of like physics going on that produces energy when you work your body, and it adds into your aura. And like I've done this a couple times, and it like really worked and improved my magical performance and made it easy. But that was only after I did like a lot of soul work and freeing up blockages. Okay, so that's another thing. But basically, these are different energy generations, different ways to generate energy. When you work out, you're producing energy, and if you don't want to just like waste the energy, you can actually use the energy in a way that helps you get what you want. Just focus on the color. Focus on, if you have occult knowledge, you know how to do this. You constantly focus on the color energy that's going to correspond with what you want while you are working out. And then you shape it into something. And you program it to do what you want it to do. Like you shape it into a ball. You program it to do what you want it to do, and then dissipate. That's what I always say. I always say, do this for me and then dissipate, because I don't want the energy to hang around. Because I've sent it off without saying and then dissipate, and then it would come back to me looking really horrific and really gross, because there's a lot of gross energy. So this is like little beings, little lesser spirits, okay? These are like lesser souls, but really lesser spirits, because once you give it a purpose and like a conscious goal, it's a spirit. You're ascending your spirits. This is like animism. There's a spirit in everything. Everything you do produces energy that could turn into a spirit. It could, but you gotta program it, and you send it off, and you like program it to self-destruct pretty much. So yeah, when you sing, you can like basically focus on the energy. It's all about consciousness. If you're conscious, then you're working the energy that you are producing while singing, during athletic performance. Of course, like sex magic, um, dancing is a big thing. That was always a ritual thing. Um, so be more conscious of the magic that you produce constantly, and then you save a lot of time.